It's recording. So lovely to see you here. Oh my God. So we are just also broadcasting it live on my profile. Yes, so lovely. So excited to see so many of you. This is so good. Lovely. So what the way I would do is I would answer the questions that are uh, in that were in the thread, and some of you guys also send me like questions anonymously. You didn't want me to say your name, so I'm going to just answer the questions but not say your name. And then we will announce the winner of the draw. And then the third thing is I I have a huge surprise for you guys, like huge, huge, huge. And the reason that we have done it is because I was sitting with my team and thinking like, I've done so many live events, but I've never seen this much commitment, enthusiasm, engagement, all of that. And I'm so proud of all of you. And I wanted to do something really, really special. And this thing is really going to change a lot of things for you. Like, this is really powerful, the surprise that I have for all of you. So it's going to be so much fun. So when I answer the questions, if there is any question that you have, any additional question, you can write it in the chat and I can answer that as well. And if there's anything you want to ask while I'm answering the question, you can also ask in the chat and I'm going to read it and I'm going to answer that as well. Sounds good? Perfect. So the first question is, how do you know that this program is different from other manifestation programs? How to know, be sure that this one is really going to create results in life? This is such a good question. And I want to really help you understand how this program came into being and why I have unwavering faith that this program is everything and it can give you the results. So sharing with you my story, I have taken thousands, if not like literally so many manifestation trainings, programs, webinars, paid programs, everything that you can think of because of my obsession. And I think we all are quite obsessed, isn't it? It's such a beautiful phenomena. So have taken so many programs and things to understand manifestation. One thing I realized was that although we reprogram our subconscious mind, we are working on, self-love and becoming the best version of ourselves. I somehow encountered that I wasn't able to crack money. So I was able to love myself more. I was able to feel better about myself. I had more confidence, but somehow money wasn't showing up. And I was thinking, what is my mistake? What am I doing wrong? What am I missing? Like, I'm reprogramming, I'm doing all those things. So what is the gap? And what I realized was that if you want to attract more money, it's not just enough to uh, love yourself more, because you can love yourself, you can have unconditional love for yourself, but you can have a very poor wealth consciousness. You can still be really confident, but your consciousness for money could be very questionable, right? Like based on a lot of other things. So what I realized was that if you want to attract money, you have to talk about money, you have to focus on money, you have to understand what is the money frequency. And when I uncovered that, I got obsessed with studying money, obsessed, like genuinely obsessed, because growing up, I always felt that I wanted so many things. And as a child, I was so deprived, and maybe that happened for a reason, but I had this huge, huge desire to really crack money. And while I was obsessively studying, embodying, understanding all those things, all of a sudden this thing channeled through me, like I was told by something very bigger than me, that you are not just doing it for yourself. So remember, you're not just doing it for yourself, and you have to create a program. So while you're studying this, embodying this, implementing this, it is for other people. And that's even this name, Wealth Fountain, it came through, like it literally, this name came through. And what I did was, when this program was being created, I got almost like a founding member group, right? So I wanted to see that, okay, this is working wonders for me. I created first money goal. I manifested it within weeks, did the second one, did the third one. It's working for me, but does it also work for other people? Like, am I able to transmit this information? And when I started with the first group, we were blown away with the results, literally blown away. So one of the students who started that, she 60x her income within 45 days in Wealth Fountain, 1.5 months. 60x her investment, what she did in Wealth Fountain, 60x. Like, imagine that. Like, this was so crazy even for me. Like, I wasn't expecting those kind of results. So what Wealth Fountain really is where self-concept mastery, where your reprogramming meets wealth consciousness. Because you can reprogram yourself, you can love yourself, you can have all those things, but if you don't understand the frequency of money, it's like we have to nail this to be able to really. So it's where both the things marry together beautifully. And there are so many examples. Like, there is another student of mine, like literally she joined, and after a few days, like, I just messaged her to make sure that all the trainings she's doing, she has got access to everything, all the access is sorted out and stuff. And when I messaged her, she said to me that she has just manifested, like, so much more income. She's an artist, so her new, like, 3 big paintings have been sold within 5 days. And so this program is really powerful because it reprograms your mind with money very, very fast. So all the steps that are in that program are designed in such a powerful way that one by one by one, you start to reprogram your mind. You start to change your frequency for money. You start to really understand. You do the identity work, and it flows so beautifully. There is another client of mine, like, when she was about to sign up for Wealth Fountain, she said to me that nothing works for me. These things don't work for me. And I said to her that you can borrow my belief until you have yours. And I'm going to share her video tomorrow, because literally within a few months, I think it was like 2.5 months, she doubled her salary. She landed a job where she almost have to do nothing. She is like literally like resting, having fun, and she literally, she had this affirmation: I get paid to, like, I get paid for existing. And now she laughs, this is what I manifested. Like, she is and the job she came from, her boss was constantly having a go at her. He was constantly telling her, you are not good enough, you are, how many mistakes you made. And all of those things were the reflection of her childhood. So all the ways she was criticized by her parents, by her family, by her siblings, she was seeing the reflection over and over again. But when she understood money and how your self concept and meets like your wealth consciousness, it was so beautiful how, her life completely changed. Like, and now she's on her way to start her business, and she's still working with me because she wants to break through the next level. So she did one program and she came back again, that now you have taken me this far, I want you to take me, like, starting my own business. So there are so many incredible results which are mind-blowing with Wealth Fountain. And this program, when I was creating it, I had this feeling, this knowing that it's going to be a masterpiece. And I have this vision for this program, that even when I'm no longer there, there'll be people who will be doing this, they'll be benefiting from this, because the way it reprograms your mind and the way it builds and reinvents your relationship with money, I have never seen anything ever in the market. And I have done so many money programs because I was obsessed. So this is literally the masterpiece. There was another client of mine who joined Wealth Fountain. But before that, she was literally thinking that how can I save money? How can I move to a country where there is less expenditures? And now she has literally manifested her dream home in Florida. Like, there are so many results. There is another client of mine who came, and he was like, I work with Bob Proctor, I've worked with Mary Morrissey, like, I've worked with so many people. I don't understand why I can't seem to crack it. Like, what is it? What am I missing? Like, I'm beyond frustrated. And then he started working with me, and he realized that there were some patterns in him which he could never see, and he recognized those. And when he recognized, he could connect all the dots. He was like, now it really makes sense what I was doing. And when he got on top of that, when he reprogrammed his subconscious, his identity work, not just subconscious, unconscious, literally he's on his way to manifest 4 million. Like, there's a project that he's doing. He's on his way to expand his current business, relocate to a different country. Like, there are so many examples. And literally, when I say this program is a masterpiece, every fiber of my being know and believes, and I have no doubt whatsoever for you, because we all have the same co-creative abilities and we all can nail this. Wealth is available to all of us. It's our birthright. Nobody can take it from us. So do yourself a massive favor and get in Wealth Fountain. This is really, really powerful. I can literally guarantee that this is the best wealth program on the planet, because I have done so many wealth programs and I've seen, and you would never see this kind and this level of information, and the way it's weaved so beautifully, every shift by shift, is just out of the world. And I genuinely believe that I haven't just created it. It's came through me. Every piece has come so beautifully and weaved in the whole picture. So I'm just obsessed with Wealth Fountain because it's the greatest thing ever. And if I would be you, I would just get on it because I know what it is. I really know what it is. So the other question is, I don't ever interact with my customers. Okay, I don't ever interact my customers for them to feel, see, experience my energy. Okay. My products are sold on a large platform among sea of millions of other products. So I have an unlimited potential of sales and income, but I don't have any control over how the products are presented to customers. I can't even advertise to get my products placed in front of customers. So my question is, how do I need to do anything differently to raise my income identity compared to how you coach those who are coaches or have in-person businesses? How would you suggest I approach it? So there is a really, 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 really beautiful training in Wealth Fountain in Science of Getting Rich. And this beautifully answers what you've written here, but I'm going to touch on it a little bit. So it doesn't have to be that you have to interact with your customers. The key is, what is that version of you who serves millions of customers? As you're saying, your income potential is literally limitless, who serves millions of customers, and who knows and who is the walking, talking embodiment of their most abundant version. So how would that person be? How would that person think? How would that person feel? How would that person behave? And the thing in the Science of Getting Rich is that there is a thing called impression of increase. When your vision is so strong for your business and for your product that anybody that comes in contact with you have this wow factor. So even it doesn't have to be direct contact with you personally, but even with your products. So when you have that vision that I am not like, when I'll be successful, I'll be that. I am the most successful entrepreneur now. Millions of people are buying my products. There is a huge demand for what I do. People find my products despite not doing any marketing and sales from nowhere. Like, they just find them. They're attracted towards them, because when you are a match for those things, you will become your magnet will be that people will find your product from far, far away, from like illogical places, right? So this is the concept that when you are able to give people that impression of increase through your products, through your vision, doesn't mean that you have to talk to them and you have to interact with them. Like, you can just give them that impression through your service, through the product that you create, through the vision that you have. And the key to understand is that it's not just about creating that product. It starts from within. So within means, what is your thinking as that highly successful, most abundant entrepreneur? What is your belief system? What do you feel about money? What do you feel about your capability, your identity, right? All those subconscious beliefs. And when I use the 5 tools in the breakthrough method in Wealth Fountain, literally everything just becomes like the thing that I did in the masterclass. That was like 1/5 of the actual tool, because I couldn't just get you to do the whole thing in one day. So that was literally 1/5. So if you had a breakthrough, imagine now like 10 times more breakthrough. Imagine breakthrough on steroids. Like, this is what Wealth Fountain is like really understanding what your blocks are, and then reprogramming them and embodying, like creating your identity from who you really are, not creating a version of you who's far beyond, like who's not you. Really understanding, tapping into your truest self, your most abundant self, and creating from that place of love, right? That's what Wealth Fountain is about, becoming a match from the place of who you really are, not what you think you should be or what other people think you should be, from who you really are, right? So the key is, what is first of all, what are your blocks? Like, what are the beliefs that don't serve you right now? Maybe there could be one belief that because I don't meet my clients face to face, I can't have that impact. Maybe that could be one of them, right? So what is the thinking? What is the feeling, and what is the belief system of that entrepreneur? Because when your thinking and feeling are aligned based on that most abundant version of you, your products and your outcome will be aligned to that. So it's not about working hard, it's about naturally becoming that version of you, right? Having that identity. And then when you do that, and I cover so beautifully in the impression of increase, like when people have that impression of increase, they find that excellence vibe, the vibe of abundance, the vibe of increase in your product, you will attract people out of nowhere. Like, then it's God or universe's job to match what you have become. Then it's not your job. Then it's law of attraction that will attract based on who you have become. So we all have a match, right? And this is how, when we become the best of us in our identity, in our embodiment, we attract the match, right? Now, the next question is the last one, which is anonymous. So I'm not going to, anyway, I didn't say anybody's name anyway. So thank you. My real question is that I don't seem to be able to settle on an amount of to manifest per month. So you're not able to set on the temperature, right? On the frequency. I keep thinking of a monthly income amount, but then want another. And I can see how it messes up with the calibration. I can actually feel it. And then when I say, okay, I want to have X in my bank account all the time, I get mixed up. I want to spend money too. So if you get, okay. So this is a really good question. And this is a bit of like next level question, which is really powerful. So, and I teach in so much detail in Wealth Fountain on this as well, as you do other more modules. So the key is there are 4 frequencies really. There are 4 level of frequencies. The first level of frequency is what you receive. That is the most basic and most first level, because let's look at it this way. If you don't increase your receiving, you cannot increase your saving, you cannot increase your investment, you cannot get money to stay longer. So the first frequency, the first one to work on is your receiving. Okay? That is the first frequency you work on. After you realize that your frequency of receiving, you have reached that frequency. Okay? So don't get it mixed with saving or how much money in your bank account after you spend the money, or investing frequency, or any of that. Just receiving frequency. Receiving frequency means what you receive every single month, what comes in. That is the receiving frequency. So first frequency you want to work on, whenever we start in Wealth Fountain, we work on receiving, because receiving is the foundational, right? And then the second frequency is saving. So when you are in the receiving, when you have nailed the receiving, you have cracked it, you can constantly set the temperature, set the frequency, you can manifest that, you can set. Then we go on the second level, which is more complex. The reason being, because a lot of us has a lot of trauma attached to savings, based on my experience, bit of what I've seen. Like, some people believe that if I save, then somebody's going to take that money. You know, like if I have a lot of money in my bank account, somebody might take it. Some of my relative might ask me, or I have to give it to my family. Or some people just don't like the idea of saving, because when they were little, they were told to save money, and then they just didn't like that, and they thought they couldn't buy the toys and they couldn't buy what they wanted, so they just started hating the idea of saving. Like, there is a client of mine who is so interesting. So when she started this work with me, we discussed, because you embody the frequency based on what you want. I'm not your mother. I'm here to support you, right? So we talked about this, and she said to me, I just hate saving frequency and I'll never do it. If you can help me master receiving frequency, so I always have money and I don't need to save, I said, fine, it's your choice. Like, I cannot give you a huge lecture on saving, because it's your choice. If money is truly abundant and you choose not to save, perfect. So then I asked her, but where is it coming from? And she said, because I saw my mother saving every single penny, and I saw her like counting pennies, and I hated saving, and I was so annoyed as a child. Like, I wanted her to buy me stuff, and she was constantly saving. And yesterday I had a call with her, because she's my client. So we were having a call, and she's like, Anam, I'm getting so many clients. So if she's getting so many clients and she's getting abundantly clients because she's a coach, she's a weight loss coach, then why does she need to save? So it's your choice. If you are that person that, yes, I want to save, if that matters to you, if that feels good. And if it's a reason that there is some trauma associated with it, I can help you with trauma as well. But if you just don't like saving and you don't want to do it, I'm nobody to tell you that you should do it, because it's your life. You get to live on your terms. And even if you don't choose to have saving frequency, your receiving can be so strong that you just know that money is coming, right? So it's a personal choice for every single person. So once you nail the receiving, you can go on the saving frequency. So this is the thing I worked with my client, where we set the saving frequency first to 50,000, and she didn't even have a bank account. She had her safe. That's where she used to keep her saving. Like there was literally a safe in her house. And then we increased it to 100,000, right? So you can, the setting the saving frequency means that every time the money will come out of your saving, like she bought her dream car and she said to me, oh my God, I spent so much money. Like I bought my dream car on cash and I got it from like the showroom. So but what she realized is that within few months, her bank account went back to that number. So you can set the saving frequency, and no matter how much you circulate, how much you spend, because the frequency is there, it's going to come back to that number. Like in your house, in the heating system, even when the heating system is on, somebody opens the door, the cold wind goes in, and the temperature increases to get back to that temperature. Similarly, your frequency, if your saving frequency is set at something, which I teach you how to do that, then you can just the money will keep coming back. Now what you're saying here is that you're constantly mixing the both, right? You're saying that I want this much in my bank account, and I want to receive this much, but I want this much in my bank account, but then you want to spend as well. So what I would do is I would start with purely receiving and not go on saving just yet. And I would say, I want to nail my receiving. Once you nail your receiving, then I would say, okay, it feels really good if I have this much money always in my savings account or always in my checking account, despite how much I spend. That is your saving frequency, because that you don't circulate that money, but it's always there and it feels good. So that is the second level frequency. Then the third level frequency is money staying longer. So there is a really powerful tool which I do in Wealth Fountain, where the money that you receive stays longer. And it happened with so many of my clients when they start Wealth Fountain, like within few days, they realize that no matter how much money they spend, and even before they couldn't get their favorite meal in the restaurant, they didn't want to buy that coffee, and they were trying to like save money. Now they spend money with fun, but somehow money stays longer without any increase in their income in the beginning. Just money stays longer. Why? Because when you have this frequency that I always have money, then you will always have money. So that is the third frequency. The fourth frequency is investing. That is the most intense frequency, and that is the most highest frequency. The reason being because when you're investing, it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna part away so much of my cash and investing. So it's almost like you fall in love with the idea of saving, and you fall in love with the idea of having so much money in your savings account, and now you're investing it. And it's like you're letting go so much of the money in investments, and then having that trust that that will grow. So I help you with that as well, that how you reprogram your mind to always have the outcome that whatever you invested in, like it 10x's. So your investment is always growing and multiplying. But that is the fourth level. So first you nail down receiving, saving, money staying longer, and then investment. That's the fourth level. When you nail all three, then you go on the investment. But if you mix like saving and receiving, then you will not be able to calibrate. And that's why you're constantly going up. So I would just focus on receiving. This is how much I receive every single month. When you nail it, when you're on that frequency, you have done it one or twice, then go on saving and say, no matter how much I spend, I always have this frequency, this saving. And then whether you will spend subconsciously less, you wouldn't even realize because you're setting that frequency, or you would just attract more money on the savings. The other thing, what I've noticed is that when you work on these frequencies, like when you're constantly saying to yourself, if you don't work on this and you're constantly saying, my money's running out, my money's running out, then subconsciously, you know, you're spending a lot more. You're buying things which you don't need. You are doing anxiety shopping, you know, like when you're stressed and you just buy stuff and you're ordering online, and you're just, because when you're saying to your subconscious, my money's running out, my money's running out, then your subconscious is making sure that it's running out. It has to make sure. That's your affirmation, isn't it? My money's running out. Then your subconscious is like, okay, sure, I'll make sure that you spend on things you don't even need without realizing. You waste your money. You manifest expenses. So one thing, what will also happen is that you will, when you keep saying to yourself, I have money, the first thing you start doing is you even stop spending on things that you don't need. And then even money stays longer. And then you don't even manifest any expenses or anything. And then you start receiving on top of that. And then everything just explodes. So it's really, really powerful how these money frequencies work. And this is the thing, like, if you don't understand those things, how can you manifest money even if you love yourself? Because it has to be about money as well, right? To manifest that. So these were the questions. Do you have any questions you want to write in the chat? If not, then I'm going to announce the winner of the draw. No questions? Anybody? Any questions? Can write in the chat. Can't see all of you. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So my team sent me everybody's names, and then we put them in the jar, and I took one name out, and we had a lot of blast. First, I'm going to announce the name, and the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the greatest surprise I have for all of you guys for showing up, for your commitment, and all of that. So everybody who took part in this masterclass, you can use that. So the winner is Sadia Kamar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing their name correctly. I'm going to just double check the name. It's Sadia Kamar. Yeah. You are the winner. So my team is going to get in touch with you, and she will, and my team will sort out your access to Wealth Fountain. You have won Wealth Fountain. Congratulations. And now I want to announce the greatest surprise I have for you guys. So because you have really showed up, you have done the work, you have shown the excitement, which I've never felt in any of the masterclasses to this level. And I'm just so honored and so pleased and so excited. What I'm offering is that anybody who joins Wealth Fountain before 16th of June, you will use all my tools, which are in the Wealth Fountain, for uncovering your blocks, all of your blocks. And then you will have a one-to-one. So this is bonus, one-to-one. This is my gift to you, identity makeover session with me. So you will have a one-to-one identity makeover session. So all your blocks, your long list, which when I'm saying long, I know it's long because I've never seen anybody who came in Wealth Fountain didn't have a long list. We all have. So all the long list, I'm going to coach you on that. 1, 2, 1. And let me tell you this. I have this gift because I have done it for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. When I speak to you and when I see you, like listen to what you're saying, I can hear way more than what you tell me. I can connect a lot more dots than what you can see. You tell me one sentence and I can tell you your blocks. Like when you have this conversation with me, you will be mind blown. Like I can see way beyond what you can see. So that one session, like I know it will change your life. That one session is going to change your life. Because when you tell me your story, when you tell me the things, when you tell me your list, I can connect all those dots for you. And I have clients coming who tell me that we couldn't figure this out. We have worked with so many people. We didn't know what was stopping us until you figured it out for us. So this is incredible. I'm telling you now, like, this is so precious that I'll have a one-to-one session with you, not even group, one-to-one, where I will review all your list. I'll coach you on that, and you will see yourself at a whole new level. And if after that session you don't feel like you're born again, like I know that you will. And this is going to be insane. So we are going to also announce in the group and in the emails, but this session, I know I've done it with so many people. I have so much experience and these things in this, it will just change your life. So if there is one thing you say ever that this changed my life, that will be that session. And it will be more powerful than any program that you ever done, because all the programs you do, they tell you about how this thing works, how that thing works. What that session will really tell you is who you are. So it's about you. It's not about how law of attraction works, how manifestation works, how money works. It's about how you are a match or what is blocking you. So if you want to really get to know yourself at a whole new level and have a huge breakthrough, then now is the time. This is the greatest bonus on top of the work that you will do. Because when you have this conversation with me, you will remember it for the rest of your life, because it will literally change your life. I can read way beyond what you tell me. That's my gift. That is my biggest gift. Okay, so I'm going to post the link to Wealth Fountain again. And when you sign up, we will get you to do the breakthrough method. And once you have done that, once your answers are ready, we'll book you a call in my calendar. And oh my God, I'm going to be so excited. So excited. You will get to know yourself far beyond what you have ever have. And I have people who come literally in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know this about me until now. How crazy is that? But what if this is the youngest that you have ever been? So how long are you going to wait to really know yourself? Okay, so I'm going to write that. When is the program starting? So the program is like ongoing. Like we have got you get the access to the program. I do weekly sessions in every twice a week. There is one session on Wednesday. There is one session on Saturday, and we have like different time zone because we want to really cover people from every part of the world to make sure that you don't feel like this doesn't work for me. And the recordings are available straight away. So the program, you get access to the whole program. As you do it, I coach you on that. You ask me questions. There is like, which program on the planet, like you get 2 weekly sessions with me. Like sometimes like hourly, like hour sessions, you get twice a week from me. And you get coached at a whole new level. And on top of that, I'm giving you one-to-one coaching on all your blocks. Like, I wish you could see the power of that session, because when people do that, they literally feel like they're born again. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. Like, you will tell me something, you will tell me your blocks, and I will connect the whole thing for you, and you'll realize, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And that's when you break through. You literally break through. I've seen people breaking through. I've seen people like so frustrated and like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. So you all get that one-to-one session with me. And there are 2 live coaching sessions. Any question you have, anything, I always cover. I coach you live. I give you laser coaching. Any part of it, it's just so beautiful. And you have bonuses, the Science of Getting Rich, because Science of Getting Rich is pivotal to manifestation and attracting money. You get Science of Getting Rich. You are getting like really, really powerful like sessions. Like the modules are weaved so beautifully that once you have that one shift, you go on the next one. Then you go on, like, it's so beautifully weaved together. And it's incredible. I wish I could, like, it's just a masterpiece. It's literally a masterpiece. Science of Getting Rich and one-to-one sessions. Yes, Science of Getting Rich is the bonus. It has got, I think, 6 sessions. That is included. It's a bonus. You get that as well. You get one-to-one session with me. Once you have uncovered all your blocks, right, using the breakthrough method, my 5 tools. So the tool I shared with you in the masterclass, that was 1/5 of the whole thing. And if you had a breakthrough then, oh my God, are you ready for what is there to come? If you had a breakthrough then, okay, that was nothing. That was because the thing is that I just had one day. So I couldn't give you everything because you would literally have gone crazy. Like, you need time to uncover all of that. So I was like, how can I make it doable? Even then I was thinking like maybe there are quite a few questions, but I'm so blown away with your commitment, and you guys did it, all the questions. Oh my God. But this is like steroids, like 100 times more than what you had. So this is the link. Oh, waiting room participants. Oh my God, there are people in the waiting room? I didn't know. Okay. Oh my God, okay. Everyone in the meeting. Yeah, so this is the link. And this is literally life-changing. Literally life-changing. Really, really powerful program. And if you have any questions about the program or anything, you can send me a DM. you can send me an email at, I'm going to write the email address again. Oh, link is not active. That is very strange. Let me just quickly see why it's not active. It should be active. Or maybe I just didn't type properly because I got, let's have a look at this one. Maybe I got too excited talking about, so this should definitely work. Okay. And my email is support@anamhayat.com. That's where you can email me about anything. The only thing is that the deadline is 16th of June. After that, we're going to finish the enrollment because we want to start like getting on with it, and we're going to start booking one-to-one sessions and all of that. So if you had any breakthrough, even one breakthrough in this masterclass, that is like 100 times more. Literally 100 times more. Everything on steroids. Okay. Any questions, anything before we finish? Any comments, anything you want to say? Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a lovely time. I love you all. And thank you so much for your enthusiasm, your commitment, for showing up. And I literally was called to give you that incredible gift, that one-to-one, because you guys have literally earned this because of your commitment and your enthusiasm and your willingness and drive to learn. So thank you so much for that. Thank you. Take care. Bye.